Well, judging from the title of this video, you guys have probably already figured out that there's some pretty big news coming from Woodstock Airport. In fact, if you look really closely in the reflection of my sunglasses, you'll get a glimpse of that news. Check it out. Zenith 701. This is my new airplane. Now, I had shot a whole intro in the car on my way down to Fredericton where I picked it up, but the audio was crap and I had to put my phone in my phone holder because of course you can't operate a cell phone while driving because that's dangerous, so why would I do that? And it's kind of located down, and so you got a beautiful shot right up my nose the whole time I was talking, and it was, well, gross. So I decided to ixnay that, and I'm shooting this one now. This is actually the next day, as you can see from the sun. The video you're about to see was shot on a cloudy, overcast day, which was yesterday. So that will explain a little bit of why the videos don't look, perfectly congruent. Is that the right word? It doesn't matter. I'm going to use it anyway. So I'm just going to do a quick walk around just so you guys can see a couple of things about it. It is like I said, a Zenith CH701. It's a 2011 model. It used to be an American airplane. It was built and registered as an experimental in the US, or an amateur built. It is powered by a Jabiru 2200A, putting out 85 horsepower. The plane came with skis, as you can see, also came with wheels so that we can fly it in the spring, summer, and fall, of course. Most CH701s have a slat on the front, a fixed slat, but as you can see, this one does not. The ports still exist. They can be reinstalled if we so choose, but the previous owner decided to go with VGs instead. And depending on who you talk to and what you read on the internet, one is vastly superior to the other. And which one is which? It's whatever one you like better. So I didn't have a say in it because this is how the plane came. But I can tell you so far, it flies pretty sweet and pretty slow. It has flaperons, and I don't know what this kind of aileron is called. I'll put it up on the screen because there's a word for it. I think it's not freeze. It's that's the aileron system on a Cessna. I think it might be, it's not Fowler. It might be Storch or something. I don't know. There's a name for this droopy kind of aileron that sits underneath. And what that does is that encourages airflow over the top and the bottom at maximum deflection so that you get really crisp response. And I can tell you, the roll rate and the response rate on this thing is phenomenal. Super fun. We have our first bit of bird poop on it. That's fantastic. It does have a split here where the inboard ailerons are a little bit more down than the outboard ones. The design feature of some sort. It features a wonderful star on the side because it was American. Maybe I should change that to a maple leaf. I don't know. The registration is kind of cool. Mike Echo Mike, nice and easy to say on the radio. The horizontal stabilizer is actually an inverted wing, so that helps encourage lift in a downward motion, which really helps the tail come down and the nose rotate. And you can see inside, there's actually VGs on the inside here, really helping to keep that airflow clean under the bottom there to, to allow for maximum usage. The rudder is a flying rudder, they call it. So the entire thing pivots except for that little bit right there. The entire rudder pivots back and forth, which makes for interesting roll control harmony. It doesn't have any. You have to be on your feet. Like roll in and roll out is rudder. You can't just relax your feet in a turn. You're always on it. But apparently it encourages better effectiveness at slow speed. So we'll have to explore that and see. Adjustable trim tab on the back, which is electrically powered by a switch in the front. And this is the other side of it. It features two 10-gallon fuel tanks, so 10 gallons aside for 20 total. And the engine burns approximately 3.5 gallons an hour. So that's like 4 to 5-ish hours of flight time. So it features bubble doors, which gives you a little bit more shoulder room inside. It's a side-by-side seating configuration, and it's just like you're going to school on a school bus because it looks like it has a school bus seat. It features a single split control stick. The cockpit
has a handheld radio here, and here's the attachments for it, but it doesn't have power, so we got to take it out each time to charge it. So we're gonna be changing that. I think we'll probably put a built-in radio, and then it also doesn't have a transponder, so there's room for a transponder there as well. Flight instruments are what you'd expect: airspeed, altimeter, rate of climb, and turn and bank, which is kind of nice. Gyro powered, so in case you end up in the clouds, you at least know which way is up. Your electric trim is here. Throttle, choke, master, fuel gauges that actually seem to work fairly well. Bunch of switches and circuit breakers. Of course, the start switch, it does have an ELT, throttle on the other side, and cabin heat. So that's kind of cool. Up top, we have a GPS map 496 and a compass. So the baggage compartment is cavernous, which is fantastic. There can be camping supplies going there, so we can go camping on the island and stuff. There's a fire extinguisher, and that's the fuel dipper thingy-majigger to see how much gas there is in the airplane. So anyway, yeah, it's pretty awesome. Fuel selection is right, left, or off. I wish there was a both, but whatever, is what it is. And then the flaps are activated here with this. So pull up and push forward, and the flaps go down. And then if I pick up and pull back, you see the flaps go back up. Flapper-ons, I suppose. So we didn't get the intercom working properly when I flew it yesterday here to Woodstock. So while we do have my head cam from my helmet, and we do have strut cam, there's no voice audio. It's just the audio of the engine. So it probably won't be a very long video. I'll do the takeoff, the landing, and I did actually fly around a little bit up in Woodstock. Brent helped me go get this plane, and so he drove up. Well, I drove down, and he drove up to get me, to bring me back down to get my car. So while I was waiting for him to finish his drive up here to Woodstock, I flew around Woodstock a little bit. So I did a low and over on Dave's and a touch and go at Tim's, and just kind of bombed around a little bit. So I'll include some of that footage too. It won't be too much though, because no audio, so it's not super interesting. Well, I mean, it's kind of interesting, but you know, it's usually funner's a word. Usually funner to listen to somebody narrate as you go, but whatever, it is what it is. So enjoy the rest of the video. I do have some clips here from Brent, who caught the first crow hop and then the first circuit, and then yeah, after that, the rest of it is cameras on the airplane. So I hope you enjoyed this. I certainly enjoyed this, because it means I got a new airplane, and it's freaking awesome. I really like it. So expect a lot of fun videos with this. The Beaver didn't go anywhere. The Beaver still exists, and I still will be flying it. The adventures in the Beaver will not go away. I love the Beaver. So much fun. Never be getting rid of that. But this allows for some longer flights, some more epic adventures, I'm hoping. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments, and see you later.
Remaining in the pattern, probably going to be orbiting the airport, probably around 2,000 feet. Wayman. Wayman traffic, Papa Lima Kilo is 1 mile west. The field 1,500 feet will be proceeding overhead the field to joining mid-left-hand downwind 23.
Skis all look good too. The angle of them.
Intercom's not working, so you don't get to hear me talk to you on the way up. But I got the helmet cam on, got the wing strut cam on. You'll at least be able to watch. All right, master on. Good. Clear. Looks like we made it. Did the camera stay on? It did stay on. Awesome. So here we are in Woodstock. There'll be more of an outro in a few minutes, probably. Until then.